And I love the moment between Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey. And as you mentioned, Scott, why not do half horsewomen versus half horsewomen, Sasha, Charlotte versus Shayna and Ronda? That would have been a great top 4 alongside Bianca Belair. And let's make it a top 6 with Rhea Ripley, who really changed the tone of this Rumble match for a bit. But then she gets punked out once again by her nemesis, Charlotte Flair, who she can never win a match off of.
You know what? And now that you bring that up, I mean, think about those 6 in each, in each of their respective corners, just like, or, just squaring off. Like, those are moments, man. Like, how can they not? We're thinking of this just off the top of our heads. How can they not think of this when they're planning this? These are just great moments to have. Bianca gets a long run. Rhea gets a little bit more of a rub. Like, I don't know. I just... underwhelming, man. It's just underwhelming decisions that lead to underwhelming results. And it's insanity for them to think otherwise.
Yeah, they got the pop via the Ronda Rousey win. She'll be on SportsCenter. Great, fantastic highlight reel, top 10 SportsCenter, buzzy news. But what we just said, the top 6, think about this. OG NXT, Sasha and Charlotte, the next generation, Rhea and Bianca Belair, and the horsewomen that challenged the OG horsewomen in Ronda and Shayna Baszler. That's how you create moments. That's how you create storylines. That's how you create heat for WrestleMania. Because that way, the Ronda victory doesn't feel as hollow because she worked for it via working with 5 badass women with a great background history to back it up via this match from last year and years past and WrestleMania's past. And they missed opportunities. And they have the tapes of past Rumbles when they told these stories beautifully. This year, I don't know what happened with the booking that made this match, which had so much potential, be booked so ass backwards. And it started the moment Sasha Banks was eliminated, and whoever made the decision to make Tamina in 2022 the ring general for this Rumble. From that moment on, I knew something was wrong. And I love Tamina. I don't want to bury her. I don't want to diss her. But she has limitations that does not enable her to be the person that dictates the pace of this match. That goes to either Sasha Banks or Bianca Belair. And from the moment they booked that wrongly, this was a mess.
I mean, I'm with you. Like, it was not a good match, man. And I think that was the theme of the Rumbles. They weren't good matches. They just got, the reactions were just because of the star power involved. It wasn't because of the match layout or the match quality.
Yeah, it really was. So this is on the low tier. I got it dead last in my least favorite Rumble matches for the ladies. I'm sorry. 2018 is goated, followed by 2020, right with 2021 and 2019. And now I got the 2022 edition right at the bottom. I'm sorry, ladies. This was not a very good Rumble match because the booking was completely off and moments were missed. As we now look forward to Ronda Rousey challenging, presumably, Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. Sir Scott, what are your brief thoughts on this presumed matchup at WrestleMania? Is this the right call for right now versus what they could have done via maybe Ronda Rousey or Becky Lynch heading into WrestleMania, which is not too late because Ronda will be on Monday Night Raw tomorrow night, and that could be anybody's guess as to what she's going to do there.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm really excited about Ronda Rousey being back. I think she had a great run when she came in. One of the best debut matches in WrestleMania history. Her tag match with Kurt Angle versus Triple H and Stephanie. She had a great run as women's champion. She probably put on one of Nia Jax's best matches I think Nia Jax has ever had. So, I mean, there's something to that. She put on good. Her and Charlotte had a good match. Her and Sasha had really good matches. So I'm really excited about it. I think it's a really good idea to hold off on that Ronda Becky match. The Ronda Charlotte match is the one I would go with for this year's WrestleMania, because I think that Ronda Becky match is the one you go with next year. If you can keep Ronda next year, that's the thing. If she's going to be around for 2 WrestleManias, I'm saving Becky Ronda for next year's WrestleMania when they go to LA. If you got to think that they're going to go something big for the men's, like a Roman Rock or a Roman versus whoever they plan on making the next guy. So why not go with a Becky Ronda match, or you go Becky Ronda this year and you get Rhea or Bianca ready and go one of them versus Ronda next year. So I like the Becky Ronda this year. I think that's the way to go, because I think Ronda Charlotte is the way to go this year, because I think Becky Ronda is the top end game. That's the end goal, that one-on-one match where Becky finally beats her. And I think you could even have them have that title versus title match where there's no titles on the line at Survivor Series. You give that match some meaning now with Ronda versus Becky. That match means something. Even the titles are on the line because there's heat there. So then when they face each other at WrestleMania, it's 1-1. The title is on the line. There's something there at stake, not only bragging rights, but the title. And you've built yourself a match pretty much in a 3-year span. So, yeah, I think that would be a very good stepping stone to get to next year's WrestleMania if you can keep Ronda for 2 years.
For sure. And I'm not opposed to seeing Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. I just want Charlotte to tap into whatever she had at Survivor Series 2018, because that was one of her best matches ever against Ronda Rousey, which was a last-minute thing due to Becky Lynch being concussed on Monday Night Raw prior to Survivor Series of that year. And I want that Charlotte Flair. I want the Charlotte Flair that can fire up against Rhea Ripley. I want that Charlotte Flair against Ronda Rousey. Anything less than that Charlotte Flair, that is going to be ferocious. That is going to be vicious. Anything short of that is going to make me like, I don't want to see this match. I don't care. I want Charlotte Flair to be aggressive and a badass. And if they can do that, I will accept this match at WrestleMania's night 1 or 2.